You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
The following is a live sports presentation of GLICOD. GLICOD.com.
GLICOD's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football starts now.
Welcome to Friday night and Southern Indiana high school football on GLICOD, where tonight we have the Silver Creek Dragons at 3-3 hosting the North Harrison Cougars, coming in at 4-2. I'm Dr. Todd Carter, and alongside me is Coach Paul Love. And Coach Love, this game certainly has the hallmarks of being for North Harrison, at least, a run fest. They are run first and run often, and it looks like that will be the dominant theme, at least on that side of the ball tonight.
I think you're exactly right. I looked at the numbers that we got coming into the game, and North Harrison only, on the average, throws the ball 7 times a game. That's not very many times. Heavy on the run, especially with that Wetzel guy. We'll be talking about him a lot later.
And on the side of the Dragons, Caden Oliver, their transfer in from Madison, has played well this season. He can wing it around the yard a little bit and connect, but part of the deal with the Dragons will just be trying to have and possess the ball, for times when they can put some runs together, right?
Absolutely so. Caden Oliver, the 6'1", 170-pound senior, like you said, transfer. He's, according to the numbers we've got, he's 45 of 85 passing, which is pretty darn good, over 50% for sure. And plus he carries the ball 33 times in a game, so he's got 192 yards rushing.
All right, well, it is time to look at our game day weather. Our game day weather forecast presented by Voinier's Auto Repair, 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville, Voinier's Auto Repair. And it is... they say it's about 71. I'd say right here in the sun, it's probably more like 74, 75. We're looking directly west into the sun, but it'll probably be 71 right about kickoff, and cool off to down near probably 60 by 9:30 tonight. I expect this one, if there's as much ground attack as I'm thinking there might be over with early, might not cool off too much before it's time to pack up.
You're right. Again, the sun, but it's really a perfect night for football.
It is.
You get
it's
right
gorgeous.
down to it. I mean, the temperature, you can't argue that. The skies are clear, and, for the last day of September that we're on right now, pretty darn good weather.
It's absolutely beautiful. Want to thank again Voinier's Auto Repair at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville for their sponsorship of the game day weather. Also, on the thoughts of weather, we want to give a shout out, prayers, thoughts to all those folks in Florida who are without power and who have suffered so much loss at the hands of hurricane, and we're just you are in our thoughts and prayers. And also want to give a big shout out to executive producer Steve Bird, who had some power outage issues down there, but has come through. He's not going to let that stop him from being able to help us with scores and so forth in tonight's ball game. Well, it's time to move on. Let's hear from some of our great GLICOD sponsors. When we come back, I had the chance to talk to both coaches, so we will hear first from Mark Williamson of the North Harrison Cougars. So North Harrison's Mark Williamson when we return on GLICOD.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're up front with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family-owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, with offices in Jeffersonville and Floyd's Knobs. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Here pregame with head coach Mark Williamson of the North Harrison Cougars. And tonight, Coach, you've got, running is really going to be your modus operandi, right? That's sure what it looks like on paper.
Yeah, we always, no matter who we're playing, are going to try to establish the line of scrimmage and run the football and control the game clock and do things like that, control the football.
Well, it just, as I was looking at the stats, Sawyer Wetzel just a few yards away from 1,000 for the season and a couple thousand for the career. So your thoughts on having a player like that to run behind, even though I know there's a lot of other pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah, Sawyer's having a great year. He's I don't know how many carries he's got. I'd say he's averaging 20 carries a game. We got some other backs that we can go to. The fullback has had a good season to date. And then Owen Whitaker comes in and Colton McKinney comes in. So we got plenty of running backs, but Sawyer certainly has stood out and has had a great senior year to this point.
Well, and that also tells me you've got an offensive line that probably can move folks around. So is that the case? And who will we be calling tonight off that offensive line, paving some of those holes?
Well, I would start with Colton Cahill. He was junior All-State last year, and he's playing like it this year. We knew he would be our leader up front this year, and he's one of the captains. And Isaiah Stuffles had a really good season up front. So, and our center, Christian Loans, played pretty well.
Now, defensively, what can our GLICOD fans expect to see out of your ball club tonight?
Well, our middle linebacker, who's a little banged up right now, he's going to play. give it a go. But he's averaging like 18 tackles a game, and he's really good. Will Leffler, number 16, he's really good. And Owen Whitaker, the other linebackers, second leading tackler. Defensively, and our 2 sophomore DNs are playing real well. We like where we're at defensively.
All right. Well, and as far as this Silver Creek Dragons team, what they're going to put on the field tonight, any thoughts about your game plan on what they might do and how you're going to stop it?
Well, we know they like to run the jet sweep, and a lot of things are set up for that. So we've got a plan against that. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, we got plan B. We got to stop their running game totally. We know that we'll keep 2 safeties back deep and try not to give up the big play, whether it's through the air or on the run. But we're definitely focused on their running game.
All right. Good luck tonight, Coach. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Is a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
What are the ABCs of safe sleep for babies? That they lay alone, on their back, and in a crib. These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net.
When you first find out that you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, you feel like someone sucked the air out of you. I'm a mother and I have a granddaughter, and my first thought was, I need to know what is going on with my health. Priority Radiology made me feel better about the process. First person I saw was smiling. They were very compassionate, from the front desk to the technicians to the doctors. Leaving Priority Radiology left me with hope, knowing that early detection saved my life.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Time for tonight's Keys to the Game. Keys to the Game presented by Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet. For our Keys to the Game, we will turn to Coach Paul Love. And first, Coach, I think we ought to start with the visiting North Harrison Cougars. So your thoughts, Keys to the Game there.
Sounds good to me. Everything kind of revolves around Wetzel, Sawyer Wetzel. So one of the keys, I think, has to be to get some help for him in the run game from some of these other guys who are very capable indeed, as Coach talked about. And then secondly, I think they got to get after this Oliver.
Yep.
Haven't seen him play, but, he's 45 of 85 passing. That's a lot of passes, 714 yards, plus he's got 33 carries for 192 yards. So he seems to be a run-pass option type of guy.
Yep, sure is.
That's something they need to do. So I think those two factors are probably for them the keys to their game.
All right, and for the Silver Creek Dragons, thoughts there?
Well, and again, the reverse of that is to slow down that running game for North Harrison, especially when it comes to Sawyer Wetzel. Wetzel carries the ball more than half the time, at least statistically, so far this year. So they've got to slow him down a little bit. And then they need to establish a run game of their own to take some of the pressure off of their quarterback, Caden Oliver, again, who likes to put the ball in the air a lot, and just give him time to pass.
Yeah, give him that. That would be that third one, right? Just give him some
Yes.
extra time, protect that, establish a bit of a pocket for him, too. So, tonight's Keys to the Game presented by Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet. Let's hear from Northside Security and a partial of our other GLICOD sponsors. And when we return, I had a chance to talk with Coach Pappenhouse of the Silver Creek Dragons. You'll hear from him when we return on GLICOD.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
This second shift, this old pair of pants, this staycation, this brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh. Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Here pregame with Coach Pappenhouse of the Silver Creek Dragons. Coach, 3-3. Let's first start with the maturity of your team as you're about 2/3 of the way through the season, maybe 3/4.
Not very mature at all. Beat up. We're probably going to dress 34 tonight, and we started out. We passed out 61 sets of equipment, and we've got 34 able bodies to wear it tonight. So, a lot of young guys in a lot of places, and maturity not real high. A lot of guys with not much experience, but on the positive side of this, they're getting great experience for the future.
Well, and now I guess where I was going with that is kind of headed towards playoffs. Everybody in Indiana makes it in, so you got to, there's always a chance. The season starts 0-0 there. I guess your thoughts on getting some of these younger guys to play headed towards that time.
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing by necessity now, and hopefully, they get the experience they need to be very capable players by the time we get to the playoffs.
Well, and as far as what else, just with your team and how things are evolving, Caden Oliver certainly coming in has played very capably. You've got a lot of help from a lot of the different role players. Just your thoughts on how that's coming through the season.
I'm really proud of this group. As every week it's been a revolving door at different positions, especially up front on the offensive line and getting Caden in here and being able to throw the ball, is kind of a different tale than what we've kind of had in the past. And, we've got some skill guys out on the edge and maybe our running back room's not quite as full as it's been in the past. So offensively, we've kind of evolved a little bit as far as what our personality is. And defensively, it's just been next man up. We've lost, I think we counted the other day, 7 kids that have been starters at some point are finished for the year on defense. And, we're just young and a little undersized, guys that'll get in the weight room and that are going to have great careers before it's all said and done here. But, they're probably a year, maybe 2 years ahead of schedule as far as playing time goes.
Well, and you spoke about the defense. You got a tall defensive task tonight as far as this North Harrison team goes and running the ball. That just seems to be what they do and what their bread and butter is. Your thoughts on what they're going to put on the field tonight and what you can do to try to slow them down some.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Williamson every year, North Harrison's identity is going to be to run the football. And, this is probably the best offensive line that we'll see all year, to this point anyway. They are big and they're strong and they are very physical. And we have to match that physicality tonight. We have to tackle well. Last week against Jeffersonville, we didn't tackle very well. We didn't match physicality and, they rushed for 300 yards against us. So, that was definitely a point of emphasis this week. And, I'm excited to see how the kids respond to this challenge.
All right. Thanks for your time, Coach. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is 1 billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with GLICOD in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Time for tonight's storylines. Tonight's storylines brought to you by Community Action of Southern Indiana. Be part of the youth empowerment movement at voiceindiana.org. Voiceindiana.org. And for those storylines, let's just give them to you quickly. And these are things we're going to watch kind of throughout the game. And so first up, of course, is North Harrison Sawyer Wetzel. He needs 9 yards to get to 1,000 for the season and 52 for 2,000 in his career. So a couple of big possibly mile markers for him tonight, and I'm glad we've got Paul on the call here because he will ably give us those stats as we get there, or after those marks are passed. So we appreciate that. And then secondly is just a series record since 2011. Silver Creek 6 wins, the North Harrison's 5. The Dragons have won the last 4, but I think the Cougars think they've got a chance to maybe come in here and even that record up.
Well, listening to Coach Pappenhouse, I was enlightened. North Harrison got a real strong offensive line, and Silver Creek is battle weary. I mean, they've lost so many players, so I got to give the edge there to North Harrison, I would think. Absolutely. So a chance maybe to even that record up. So we'll see how that plays out as it goes on. Well, we're about ready for the coin flip. We're going to step away here from some of our great pregame GLICOD sponsors one more time. And when we come back, we'll have football for you here on GLICOD.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
Where's Silver Guy? What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
From GLICOD, it's Southern Indiana High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. German American Bank, strengthening our community since 1910. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Big O Tires, State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb, and Northside Security. Now to the field for all the action of Southern Indiana High School football on GLICOD.
As the coin flip is about to take place at midfield in this Mid-Southern Conference tilt between the North Harrison Cougars and the Silver Creek Dragons. The sun is dipping behind the trees, and Coach, I think we're going to have just a beautiful night for a football game tonight.
I'm certainly glad that the sun has dipped behind because, I'll tell you what, it's bright in the sky here. They have had I didn't see the who won the toss.
I didn't see either.
So we're going to see how they line up here.
We'll see how they line up, folks. White Hat did not turn and tell us, so we will know here just momentarily and let you know as soon as we know, and try to get you some starting lineups on the screen. Actually, why don't we go ahead and do that? It appears as though the Silver Creek is going to be receiving. So let's show you the Silver Creek offense. And they go like this. Hoffman, Gearing, Campbell, Hobbs, and Newman across the front. Caden Oliver, the quarterback. Wyatt Hoffman in the backfield. Colin Hatfield, the tight end. Cerna, Henderson, and Gray are the wide receivers for the Dragons. And for North Harrison on defense, Bolin, Stuffle, Cahill, and McKinney across the front. King, Leffler, and Whitaker in the linebacking core. Pellman, Schneider, Wetzel, and Kellums across the back end. Watch out for Will Leffler. He is the man in the middle, that middle linebacker for these North Harrison Cougars, and the man to watch on the North Harrison defense.
80 tackles. That's a lot of tackles.
Sack and a fumble recovery amongst those. And the kick forthcoming.
Pooch kick.
And pooch kick ends up in the hands of Berkeley, and he's got a lane tripping across midfield, but the Dragons will have a nice field position. So Berkeley with a nice return there.
Got down to the 43, so that pooch kick didn't really pay off for them. That's pretty good field position on first possession.
We should be good there, Jeff. All right, we're trying to get our replay pathway going there, so we will be able to show you these plays. But 1st and 10 for these Dragons. And lining up is Caden Oliver. Finds a man out on the side. That's Henderson. And Henderson falls forward after about a 5 to 6 yard gain. We'll call that 6. So 2nd and about 4. Just underway here on this beautiful last night of September in southern Indiana. Todd Carter and Paul Love on the call with you. Jeff Cooper running our computer. Executive producer Steve Bird and Christian Sanchez up top with our camera. Oliver, handoff, Berkeley. And is a ball out? I heard the ball.
It is out.
And let's see. As I saw someone in white, I thought, come up with it, but maybe not. Nope. Looked like
he was lucky. I'll tell you what, that ball was to be had.
So ball came out, but ended up back in possession of the Dragons. So that's going to bring up 3rd and short here. Very manageable, less than a yard or about a yard for these Dragons.
Well, they're definitely in 4-down territory, too.
Absolutely. Handoff, Berkeley, left side, running behind that line, and ably so. 1st down and then some more. Now, again, they're saying the ball came out, but I think that was on the turf, as very quickly the striped shirts all point Silver Creek way. So Silver Creek 1st down and some more. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Berkeley's going to need to really secure that ball a little better, though, as it has popped out a couple of times. A couple of wideouts to the right. That was Hoffman in motion. And then the ball, Jamari Powell with the carry, number 25, sophomore. He's got 13 carries on the year, so he's one of those young players, young sophomores that Coach Papp was talking about before the game, Paul, that getting some early playing time.
Yeah, we're not looking for him to carry the ball very much. I mean, just statistically.
Yeah, like I said, 13. That's just his 14th on the season, according to our stats. And Powell again with it. Flag comes in as Powell on a short gainer of a couple of yards. That's in the normal spot where you might find a hold. So let's see what the striped shirts all say. And it is holding. So first penalty of the ball game. That one goes against the Creekers.
10-yarder.
And comes after Silver Creek had gotten a first down and then gotten in what would have been third and very manageable, about 5 yards, maybe 6 yards. So backs him up. They're calling it 2nd and 17. So I guess that was about 3rd and 7. That would have been maybe a little tougher. Powell's still in there in the backfield. Next to Oliver. Here comes the pressure. Oliver has to tuck it and being chased, and throws it, finds a man underneath. That's Gray, Darius Gray with it. And that's a gainer of about 10 yards. So takes us back to 3rd and that same about 7.
There's that run pass option.
Well, and I really have to give Oliver some credit for scrambling out of that pocket. Now, one of our keys was keeping Oliver clean, but he went the direction that he could escape and find a passing lane. Extend that play. Oliver, a couple of wide outs, one out each side. Here comes pressure again. Oliver steps up, wants to throw, and escapes the first time, throws and gets the ball out of bounds, just really throwing it away. That's tough, moving that hard to his left, trying to get that ball, his body turned around to throw that downfield.
Sure was. He was in grasp, as a matter of fact. So nice getting out of trouble, and very wisely to throw that ball near a receiver so it's an incomplete pass.
So that brings up 4th down, and as Paul was saying earlier, Coach, you were saying that that probably 4-down territory, so here we go.
And expect a pass play, we'll see. Though they're in the Wildcat, look at that.
No, I think that's, maybe. No, that's just a shotgun. It just is that pistol look.
Gotcha.
And pass play comes. Darius Gray, ball out and ball on the turf.
Calling it incomplete.
They're calling it incomplete. Yep, never salted away. Pellman ended up with it, but for North Harrison. All right, let's see if we can quickly give you the North Harrison starters. And I'll go ahead and start reading them as Jeff gets them up. But Colton Cahill, Mendoza, Lunnell, Stuffle, and Nelson across the front for North Harrison. And Rashley at the tight end. Caleb Kellums, the split end. Langdon, the quarterback. Leffler and Wetzel. And not sure why that's not showing those, but we won't be showing you those. I'm sorry.
Looked like Wetzel on the carry. About 4 yards.
It was Wetzel on the carry. For the Silver Creek defense, Wilson, Newman, and Bandy across the front. Then 5 linebackers, Wyatt Hoffman, Garlock, Fugit, Gehring, and Kearney. And then on the back end, Mosley, Berkeley, and Calhoun. So a short gainer again. More run action. We're expecting a lot of that out of this North Harrison team, folks. Brings up 3rd and about 4.
Two-yard gain, so good defense so far.
There's a hole, though.
There he goes.
First down and a little more. And that was Sawyer Wetzel again with the first down carry.
Out to the
38-yard line. Yep.
11 yards on that carry. I just started to say that defense was kind of
holding up. You were in mid-sentence saying that, Coach.
Yeah, and then he gets 11 yards. Nice burst.
Handoff. And this time it's the fullback carries for first down difference. And I got to tell you who that is. That's Peyton King. Peyton King, the sophomore, 205-pound running back. So King on that carry.
Got 13 yards. Big burst.
And second first down for North Harrison.
Wetzel.
And
Wetzel,
he's gone. Down the far sideline.
He's gone.
10 yards. Touchdown, North Harrison Cougars. So Sawyer Wetzel with the 49-yard rushing touchdown.
That's 66 yards already. Let's see what that does to his record.
Well, he has passed both. There you go. Over 1,000 for the season, and also over 2,000. Needed 52 was my calculation for the 2,000. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. Josh Wainscott knocking it through and adds that extra point, and that makes it North Harrison 7, Silver Creek nothing. Come on back, 6:05 to go here. First quarter on GLICOD.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
You don't need those stats anymore.
49-yard rushing touchdown for Sawyer Wetzel. What Coach was just saying is we don't need to keep track of how close he is to those two career marks, because he blew through those on North Harrison's first possession. And then
his fourth carry.
In his fourth carry. And then Josh Wainscott with the extra point, kicking that one through. And now he is also going to have the kickoff duties here.
Todd, I just looked at that offensive line that Coach talked about. Boy, there's some size on that line. They're opening some holes.
So pooch kick takes a big hop and comes into the hands. See who that is. That was Aiden Errol, I believe, number 11. Aiden Errol, sophomore, ends up with the ball, and Peyton King with the tackle. So 1st and 10 for Silver Creek. As the sun begins to set here, lights begin to take hold. Beautiful night for our high school football. Handoff, and Berkeley with it again, met in the backfield. And it sure looked like Owen Whitaker, linebacker, was first on that tackle, but the host of Cougars came up and helped out.
Loss of 2.
2nd and 12, 40-yard line.
So 2nd and 12. Couple of wide receivers head out to the right side. Berkeley back in the backfield there with Oliver. He goes right. Here comes some pressure and ends up dumping it short. Darius Gray was the intended receiver. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 12. And this is exactly what Coach Williamson of the Cougars would like to have, is these long yardage 3rd downs where he can bring some pressure.
And Oliver he's not a pocket passer. He's sprinting out to pass. So probably because of the defense he's looking at across the line.
Could very well be. Calls for the ball. Gets it. Here comes some outside pressure. Oh, ball tipped up in the air and caught, intercepted. Owen Whitaker. And the first turnover of the game, I didn't see who got their hands on it to pop it up in the air, but the interception goes against Caden Oliver, but brought down by Owen Whitaker. So the linebacker comes down with it, and now great field position for this North Harrison ball club. on the 36-yard line. I believe I hear somebody saying Colton Cahill was the one that got his arms up. Now a sweeper on that left side. And that was Riley Schneider on the carrier, senior running back. So Riley Schneider, another of those running backs that North Harrison has just to spread the ball around a little bit. And this time, was that a quarterback keeper? I believe it was, right up the middle, and it's going to be near the first down marker. And sure enough, first down. So down to about the 23-yard line. As North Harrison knocking on the door of the red zone again. And handoff, right side, Wetzel. Wetzel made the first man miss. Touchdown, North Harrison. That one from 23 yards out. Sawyer Wetzel scores again. And Jeff Cooper kind of muddling under his breath there. They didn't touch him. I don't think so. He bounced outside and went right in. Wayne Scott to boot through the extra point, and he does. So that makes it North Harrison 14, the home Dragons nothing. Let's step away, take another quick break. When we return, Silver Creek gets the ball again with 4:32 remaining first quarter on GLICOD.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug-Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
The Josh Wainscott kick. And let's look and see who's deep for the Dragons. It looks like back there it is Berkeley and Wyatt Hoffman. Hoffman is on the far hash.
Wayne Scott, the kicker, just a sophomore, 5'10", 135. He doesn't carry much weight, does he? Maybe it's the reason he hasn't put the ball in the end zone or whatever. First two kicks have been kind of low. There's another one on the ground.
And ball came to up back. Didn't see who that was. See if we can pick it up now as they get up.
11.
Errol again, number 11. Snags that ball again. And so on the 41, Silver Creek will start. Actually 42, excuse me, 42.
42 on that. You know, Silver Creek can ill afford interceptions like they had on that last possession. So,
well, and that's one I know the quarterback gets smacked with that, but when the ball goes 20 feet up in the air, anybody could make it happen. Nice gain there, as you said, right out to midfield for Berkeley.
Charles Berkeley for Silver Creek.
It's like a 9 yard.
9 exactly.
Number 2 in on the stop.
Tip of the ball on that 49-yard line of the Cougars. This is a key drive here for these Dragons. They need to make something happen here. Berkeley again made the first man miss and ends up as Berkeley gets the first down. Their second of the ball game. Down to the 44-yard line. Silver Creek lining up in a little different. It's more of a has been more of a power formation with Oliver under center. Berkeley right up the middle between the tackles. And
38-yard line.
Yeah, nice carry there. And Bryce Fessel on the tackle. But a nice 5, almost 6-yard gain. 6-yard gain, they're saying, from the press box here. 2nd and 4. Ball on the 38. That's Darius Gray headed out wide to the far side of the field. Again, looking more of a...
Not much that time.
No, not too much at all. Looked like Nevin Bolin and maybe a couple other Cougars in on that.
Kind of no gain on that one. Maybe a yard. We'll give him a yard. How about that? These are unofficial numbers we're giving out here now.
But brings up 3rd down. This is manageable, but the Dragons certainly need to make something happen here. And we have a timeout. So a timeout on the field and by the Dragons. And actually, let's go ahead and step aside. We'll take a quick break because who knows, we may miss out on a chance later. So let's step aside. When we come back, we'll have big 3rd down play coming from the Dragons here on GLICOD.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
With a score of 14-0 here in the first quarter, 2:29 remains. A big 3rd down play coming for the Dragons. Coach, what are you thinking here? What you going to dial up?
Well, you say it's 3rd down. It's 4-down territory, I think, with the score such as it is. They need to get some points on the board here. So I'm thinking it looks like in a passing formation.
Sure is. We've got trips near left, and Berkeley caught in the backfield, though, as penetration came fast from the Nevin Bolin and the rest of those North Harrison Cougars. So that is a 5-yard loss. Makes it 4th and 9 from the 44.
Yeah, now it makes it a kicking situation for sure.
Yep, sure is. And that's Cooper Murley back standing on his own 40. High snap. That is not Cooper Murley. I'm sorry. I'm not sure who that is. That's a number we don't have on our roster. We'll find out for you, folks, if we can.
That punt hit number 82 was not a very deep punt. And, of course, he had his back to it, so it wasn't his fault. So I don't think that's not a penalty or anything, but it does cause the ball to be spotted. Where
18.
Is it?
Maybe 19. So 19-yard punt.
Minute 40 left in this first quarter.
As the North Harrison ball comes from the sideline. So we're set to have David Langdon, the quarterback of these Cougars and company. Sawyer Wetzel,
oh my goodness
again,
gracious,
had a huge hole, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown, Sawyer Wetzel.
That's 81 yards.
81-yard touchdown run. And again, Wetzel makes it through pretty well unscathed. 3 touchdowns for him in this first quarter.
You know, Todd, Silver Creek, just look at that offensive line for North Harrison. Those are big dudes out there. Silver Creek just overmatched here in this game.
Wayne Scott with the kick up, and it is good. So the extra point added through by Wayne Scott, and that makes it 21-0. We will keep it here for a moment. And now it is imperative that Silver Creek try to get some points on the board here, maybe try to sustain a drive. What's going to be interesting is if Silver Creek can sustain a drive or two, they might end up with a situation where, they end up with more first downs or something like that than the three that North Harrison has, and that's just because Sawyer Wetzel, once he's loose, he finds pay dirt. Sawyer Wetzel certainly making a case for being on the all-GLICOD team later in the year.
He's got 170 yards already.
That's one heck of a performance thus far. So, Bryce Henderson and Wyatt Hoffman are back. Henderson on the near side and Hoffman on the far. I called Berkeley's number before, but it was actually Henderson back there. Berkeley's on the far hash as one of the up backs standing at 35. So, Wayne Scott will boot the ball away here shortly. And awaiting the kick are the Dragons. Going to see if they can maybe get something together on this possession. Wayne Scott. He kicks it deep and bounds away from Wyatt Hoffman, who picks it up, runs back to the center of the field, makes the first man and the second man miss, but brought down just past the 20-yard line.
He's met by number 58, Nevin Bowen.
So Nevin Bowen makes the stop there, and 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Creek. And as Coach said, imperative that Silver Creek get some points on the board here. Couple of receivers split to the near side here. Berkeley back there with Oliver. Oliver flushed again and brought down. North Harrison just having their way with that defensive line of Silver Creek. So another sack given up. And that's going to be a loss of about 8. They're going to say 7 on the PA, so we'll go with that. Loss of 7. 2nd and 17. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Coming up at halftime, I had a chance to talk on the phone earlier with Coach Brandon Hoffman of the Silver Creek Dragons, boys varsity basketball coach. Had a nice conversation. Berkeley with the carry. Dives forward a couple, but that's still going to make it 3rd and 15.
It's like 3rd and 17, Silver Creek.
So big 3rd down play here, deep in their own territory. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. So we'll have to come back for that big 3rd down play. We'll have it when we return for second quarter action here on GLICOD.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer. The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voinier's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Big third down play coming for Silver Creek, but Coach, as we were talking during the break there, what were those touchdown runs from Sawyer Wetzel?
Yeah, the first one was 49, the second one was 23, and the third one was 81 yards. He has a total, I'm pretty sure, confident on this number, 170 yards in the first quarter.
That is that's a big first quarter, folks.
Yeah.
So Caden Oliver and company. Now we've got 3 wideouts.
Prevent defense by North Harrison. Look how deep those DBs are.
Oliver rolls out, has a man, but throws it wide to Darius Gray, the intended receiver. It was being chased, but that was by design. Get him out in some space. So going to bring up 4th down. It's going to be punting territory again. And got different punters at different times. This is Kello Lee, I believe, freshman. With a
end over end kick.
End over end kick.
It held up.
It did hold up.
Didn't get any roll.
So Kilo Lee with that punt, and North Harrison takes over well in Silver Creek territory. Coach, we saw an interesting punter last week from Bloomington North. Was a true rugby-style punter. He had a long on the season of 92, just because when he kicked it, it was an end-over-end kick. And if it hit, it was off to the races. It was taken off towards the end zone. It was really interesting.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
Nice pass play from David Langdon. Just could not get the intended receiver.
Just a little overthrown. He had a step on him.
Caleb Kellums, the intended receiver, just couldn't haul it in. First pass play for North Harrison,
Yes,
unless I'm mistaken.
It is. It was. Trying to surprise them a little bit. Nobody expects North Harrison to throw the ball much. They're probably just working on their game right now, I'll tell you what.
Well, you said they only throw the ball about, seven times a game.
Yeah.
So Langdon, handoff, and
that's number 4.
Still going, and touchdown for Owen Whitaker. Owen Whitaker, the junior, with that touchdown from the 34-yard line.
Yeah, 33 was
33,
on the board.
okay,
Yeah.
33.
Number 12, Joshua Wainscott will be in on for the extra point. Number 7, David Langdon to hold.
So somebody new with the touchdown, but the same North Harrison O-line creating holes. So with the Wainscott extra point, we've got the North Harrison Cougars 28 and the Silver Creek Dragons nothing. Let's step away when we come back. More second quarter for you here on GLICOD.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
This portion of tonight's game on GLICOD is brought to you by The W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. Apply today for a rewarding career in metal manufacturing. For more, visit WMKelly.com.
As we return, the kickoff for Wayne Scott he'll be booting the ball away here. Henderson, the deep back on the far side, and Hoffman on the near. Goes through the hands of Berkeley. Let's see who picked that up.
Number 3.
It was Donovan Mosley on the return. So Kellums with the stop. And 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Let's see if Silver Creek can get something together here. As this one, the exclamation point has been put on pretty quickly by these North Harrison Cougars. Handoff, Berkeley, power run right up the middle. And good for about 5. We'll call it a long 4. Not the most generous of spots there, so.
Berkeley is, he's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 carries in the game.
Oliver, handoff. Berkeley again. Not much of a gain. Yep. If anything, it's inches, so probably be right back to the same spot. So no gain. Still 3rd and 6. Clock running at about 10.5 minutes here in the second quarter. If you tuned in late, folks, it was the Sawyer-Wetzel show early. Touchdown runs of 49 yards, 23 yards, and 81 yards, all in the first quarter. So Gray is wide out to the left, Henderson to the near side. That's Kellums out on Gray on that far wide receiver. Oliver looks that way. Now launches it across the middle. Hoffman had it in his hands and couldn't haul it in. Wyatt Hoffman just couldn't haul it in. Would have been his 10th catch on the season for the senior, but he just couldn't grab it. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, don't you, Coach?
Yeah, you can't let those get by. I mean, there's not much that can happen, I don't think, here tonight with Silver Creek. Gosh, they are so outmanned. I mean, look at the size of some of these guys from North Harrison.
So punting it away again. That's Lee again, I believe. Yes, it is. And good Silver Creek roll this time. Down inside the 20s. So we're going to take this opportunity to take a quick break on the changeover and jump away here from our sponsors on GLICOD.
Tailgate or tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
You're watching Southern Indiana.
1st and 10 for the Cougars. And Langdon throws it up high. Kellums
almost
had a chance at it and just couldn't quite haul it in.
Give Silver Creek something to cheer for. They've over 2 passing North Harrison.
Nice defensive play there, though.
It was almost a great grab by Kellums, a one-handed grab. He had his big paw out there for sure.
So 2nd and 10 for David Langdon and company. Under center, handoff, Sawyer Wetzel. He's hit this time, spun around, and finally ridden to the ground. Eli Newman and Brett Wilson, both on the D-line, in on that.
So they're saying that Wetzel had no gain?
No gain.
Wow. That's almost a win.
But we do have a flag down, I believe, in the defensive backfield. Or is that something else? Yes, we do have a flag down, and I'm sorry I noticed it late, Jeff, to even tell you that. That was, it's about 12 or 13 yards from the play. So we got a conference of the striped shirts. And see what the white hat says. Unsportsmanlike. Unsportsmanlike against Silver Creek. So even though the pass play did not go, or excuse me, the run play didn't go for much, it will be a result like a pass play. That's the first penalty. No, excuse me. That's the second penalty for Silver Creek, but that's a biggie. No penalties yet for the Cougars. So Langdon and company. Langdon under center. Turns, handoff, and tripped up in the backfield. And let's see who that was. That was Owen Whitaker again. Just couldn't make it much past the line of scrimmage. So Owen Whitaker, who scored that touchdown just a few moments ago on that carry. And that was handoff to the up back. Yes, that was 17, Peyton King.
Right.
Gain of about 3. A little bit of trickery there as Owen Whitaker went wide right.
Peyton King with the carry. He was met by number 57, Eli Newman.
So Eli Newman with the stop. Pick up a 4, 3rd and 6. 8 minutes on the clock here in this remaining in this first half. Beautiful night for high school football, and in comes a flag.
Yeah.
Silver Creek penalty is right. Donovan Mosley trying to get a jump.
Encroachment.
So third Silver Creek penalty, second of this drive. That makes it third and extremely short for North Harrison. Third and 1. David Langdon, and still on his feet on the quarterback keeper, first down. So Langdon with a nice carry there, 5th first down on the night for North Harrison. Langdon, who has carried the ball 242 yards and 7 touchdowns coming in, just added to that.
Now they got Wetzel, or excuse me, Wetzel back in the game.
Wetzel.
He had been on the bench.
The tail end of that I formation, but handoff to the fullback, the up back. And King powers forward again for a good 7-yard gain? Let's see where they finally place it. Yep, 40-yard line. Sure looks like about 7 yards. Maybe 6. I guess it's more like the 41. Striped shirts faked me out.
I already wrote down 6 or 7. I'll change that to 6.
And now pass play, fake to Wetzel, airing it out. That's Kellums, but intercepted. Darius Gray on the interception, and he returns it back to the 25-yard line. So interception, 1 for each team now. as Darius Gray comes up with this one. First interception was on a pass from Caden Oliver, was batted up in the air by Cahill on the North Harrison line.
Ball on about the 26-yard line as I see it.
Yep. So the Dragons will start there.
Actually on 25, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say more like that, tail end at least. Henderson and Gray out to this near side. And looking that way, caught by Henderson, turns it upfield, makes the first man miss, then's tripped up by Kellums, but a nice 10-yard gain, or nearly 10. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1. They're going to call it 9, and it was awfully close there. Clock ticking, under 6 minutes. You know Silver Creek desperately would like to get something on the board here. Give them some bit of momentum, maybe headed towards the half. Oliver has some time, now flushed. Now chucks it downfield. Darius Gray trying to bring it in. Just couldn't quite grab it. So the ball falls harmlessly to the turf, and it's going to be 3rd and 1. So let's see what Silver Creek dials up here. Gray heads out wide to the right. Everyone else is tight. Saw a reserve tight end come in as well. Handoff Berkeley, and he bounced it to the outside as there was nothing doing inside, but first down, 3rd of the evening for Silver Creek on the run of Berkeley. Berkeley stays in the backfield with Caden Oliver in tight formation here. Handoff Berkeley. He tries to go left and doesn't make it far. It looks like it's going to be a loss of a yard or maybe even 2. See where the ball's spotted. And going to be the...
Well, they haven't moved.
They haven't. Yeah, nope, they haven't moved the down marker. So we're going to say he got back to line of scrimmage.
Crescent moon up there. Boy, what a beautiful night. You see the light of the sun going down.
Just cooling off a little bit, but still in shirt sleeves. Feels pretty nice for now. As Oliver flushed to the right. Here comes pressure. Ends up just throwing the ball away. It's a prime example, folks, of one of the new high school football rules, really to protect the quarterback. As long as quarterback takes at least 2 steps to the side and throws the ball past the line of scrimmage, even if he throws it out of bounds, if the line if the line of where it leaves the boundary is over that,
does not have to be
over the line of scrimmage.
Area, right.
Exactly, there does not have to be. So it is not grounding. So 3 wide receivers set. Here comes some pressure, dumping it over, and looked like a screen that never quite materialized for Berkeley. Going to be loss of about 4, and Silver Creek's going to have to punt the ball away again. Let's see if that's Lee that goes back there again. I believe it will be. So Kilo Lee.
Number 24, Riley Snyder, back deep for North Harrison. Along with number 2, Caleb.
So Kilo Lee to punt it away. Snyder back deep. High kick. Lands, and it takes a Silver Creek bounce. to the 45-yard line. So North Harrison 1st and 10 now with one tick less than 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Again, stay tuned at halftime. Coach Love will have his pencil moving, and we'll get you some stats for certain, and those Centra Credit Union halftime stats, but also I had the chance to talk to varsity boys basketball coach Brandon Hoffman from here at Silver Creek. We'll talk to him at halftime. Not much there this time for Wetzel. Tackle maybe even for a loss.
No gain.
No gain. They're going to say, yep, you got tip of that football right back to that original line of scrimmage.
His last 2 carries have been for no gain. He got 3 touchdowns and wasn't touched. So something has changed for Silver Creek to the better, to their benefit.
Couple of wideouts here, but handoff inside. Wetzel pops it to the outside, just bowls over one, and finally ridden down after almost a 9-yard game. That was a power hit out on that outside. I didn't see who he got. I just saw the blue jersey go flying.
He got 9 yards on the game. So,
folks, you might be able to pick it out on that replay. Brings up 3rd down and 1. So 3rd and a yard for David Langdon, and it's quarterback keeper. He jumps over the line and manages about 3, another first down for the North Harrison Cougars. Riley Schneider is the wideout to the near side of the field. Kellums is on the far side, but handoff. Wetzel makes first man miss, makes the second man miss, gets into the defensive backfield, and finally ridden down, I believe. That was a big game. I think that's Jackson Cerna back there. Wetzel with a big gainer there and another first down.
Where's the ball spotted? Can you tell, Scott?
It is at the 28-yard line. No, excuse me, the 18-yard line. My fault. 18-yard line.
26-yard gain then.
And that was Kalani Fugit with the on the stop there. Want to give credit where credit's due. Langdon again under center. Handoff left side, and this time stopped on a loss is Owen Whitaker. And that was Cullen Garlock on the tackle. And ball at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 12 with less than a minute to go here. King the up back, and that was Whitaker, but a rollout there. Langdon takes it right side, makes first man miss, has the first down, and tackled will be 1st and goal. Let's see where the ball is spotted. 8th first down on the half, and a flag comes in late. And let's see what that's all about. There again, the ball looks like it's on about the 2-yard line, Coach. That's what they're saying officially, and that's sure what it looks like.
Needed that. It's 18-yard gain then from the 20.
So a big gainer there from David Langdon. And as I said, he's thrown for 5 touchdowns. He threw his 5th interception before. Unsportsmanlike against the Silver Creek Dragons. Their 4th penalty of the night. Unless I missed something, I don't believe that the Cougars have been penalized
yet.
They
have not. No, they have not. A little frustration, maybe a little on the Dragons.
So half the distance makes it First and goal from the 1. Langdon gives it to the up back, Peyton King. Peyton King on the fullback dive, and he is in for the touchdown from a yard out. On a play absolutely tailor-made for a big fullback. So, with just under 33 seconds left in the first half, Wayne Scott has the opportunity to tack on the extra point, and that will mean a running clock situation, which at this point just basically means all through the second half. And the hold is down, kick is up, kick is good. Wayne Scott.
He was 24 for 27 coming in, so he's a pretty good extra point guy.
Yep, sure is, and has knocked through all 5 perfectly this evening.
So that makes him 29 for 32.
And we will obviously just keep it here for the moment. We are going to have halftime break coming up very shortly. Centra Credit Union halftime show. We may come back and actually first thing we may do is we may go ahead and play that halftime interview with head coach Brandon Hoffman of the Silver Creek Dragons. That way, Coach and Jeff Cooper can talk over the stats, and we can make sure and get them in the computer for you to get them up on a graphic. Want to have plenty of time to be able to do that. Unfortunately, I think those stats are mostly going to be one-sided, all to the side of North Harrison, but we will have a few for you there. So Josh Wainscott will be booting it away here. And Henderson and Hoffman again back for the Creek. Now squib kick right through the legs and out of bounds. Right through the legs of Silver Creek and out of bounds. Flags come in because the ball did go out of bounds. And boy, the Cougar player streaking down that far sideline was trying to get to that ball, as he didn't, I don't think he expected it to be an onside sort of situation, but almost went that way. So Silver Creek with just under 34 ticks. I guess I should ask you, Coach, do you want to do stats first and then the Hoffman interview, or Hoffman interview first and then stats?
I've got stats on one done, and I can probably get the other one done quickly.
Okay, so we'll do that first.
Yeah, okay,
so we'll as we go to the halftime break, that's kind of what we'll plan on. Let you inside baseball there, folks, as we talk about what we're going to do. That's what you can expect. Henderson in motion, and ball ended up carried by Hoffman. And he just takes it up a yard, and as the clock runs down, let's see if Silver Creek can get another play away or wants to get another play away. 10 seconds left. If they're going to get a play away, they best bust it out quickly here. 2, 1, and there's the horn. So that is the end of the first half, and our score from here at Silver Creek High School is all North Harrison Cougars, as the Cougars lead Silver Creek 35-0. Come on back. We will have the Centra Credit Union halftime numbers when we return here on GLICOD.
Hi, I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No. When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket, so I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union. For banking and financial services that are centered around you, visit Centra.org.
Scoring first, so. To the Centra Credit Union halftime show, and before we get to the halftime numbers, let's just look over this scoring, and it was all North Harrison in this first half. The Sawyer Wetzel went for 3 touchdowns in the first half, with first with 6:05 remaining in the first half, in the first quarter, excuse me. And that one went for 49 yards. Wayne Scott knocking through the extra point. That was 7-0. Then with 4:32 remaining in the first quarter, Wetzel goes again for 23 yards. Wayne Scott knocking through the extra point, making it 14-0. 1:27 left in the first quarter with a 81-yard rushing touchdown for Sawyer Wetzel, making it 21-0. Then, with 11:30 left in the second quarter, Owen Whitaker with a 33-yard rushing touchdown, and that makes it 28-0. And then a plunge by Peyton King, the fullback, for 1 yard there at the end of the first half, made it 35-0 and ensures a running clock in the second half. So it's time to turn the torch over to Coach Paul Love and look at some numbers. Tonight's halftime numbers presented by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Coach?
Gotcha, Todd. Let's go Silver Creek. Their numbers are low, obviously, in the game. They were 16 rushes for a total of 30 yards and 3 of 12 passes for a total of 22 yards. The leading rusher for Silver Creek, Charles Berkeley, he carried the ball 13 times for a total of 34 yards. For the half, they were 28 plays, 52 total yards of offense. So North Harrison, much different picture. I mean, right away we can jump in and talk about Sawyer Wetzel. Only carried the ball 10 times. I don't think he was touched about 3 times, but anyway, had 205 yards. Just a remarkable first quarter. He was 6 carries and 170 yards in the first quarter, 10 carries and 205 yards for the first half. Also, David Langdon had 4 carries, 37 yards. Owen Whitaker had 3 carries, 31 yards. Peyton King had 4 carries and 24 yards. So total carries, number of carries in the first half, I had it 21 total yards, carried 297. They threw the ball 3 times. None of those were complete. So first half total offense for the Cougars, 297 yards compared to 52 yards for the Dragons.
All right, very one-sided, as the scoreboard also shows. Again, tonight's halftime numbers presented by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Well, let's step away here from some of our great GLICOD sponsors, and we'll be back in roundabouts 2 minutes, and you will have the chance to hear from head coach of the Dragons boys varsity basketball team, Brandon Hoffman. I had a chance to chat with him earlier this afternoon. You'll hear from him when we return on the GLICOD halftime show here from Silver Creek High School on GLICOD.
Makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is a billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
What are the ABCs of safe sleep for babies? That they lay alone, on their back, and in a crib. These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
And welcome back to halftime here at Silver Creek High School. And I have the pleasure to have on the phone with me head coach of the Silver Creek Dragons boys varsity basketball team, Brandon Hoffman. And Coach, so thankful that you could come on with us. And I just wanted to ask you now that varsity basketball anymore really is almost year round when you consider all of the summertime things that happen, plus the fall. I just want to ask you, how did the summer go for Silver Creek basketball?
We had a really beneficial summer. We have a lot of talented young players, and just getting them more reps was really good. And last year, even as a whole on our team, we had some injuries, and we never really had a full roster. So to get everybody back and kind of together, that was great. And just overall, just being around the guys is always a good time for me.
Well, and now likewise, then they get a little break, and then you have some limited contact practice in the fall that is not something that years ago you used to have. What sorts of things do you want to work with the kids on as they come back and you're back to school and back in the fall?
There's kind of a fine line, Todd, because you don't want to do too much and burn them out. I think the kids, especially the multi-sport guys, with this limited contact stuff, it puts a lot of pressure on them to always be there. And you don't want to wear a kid out. And basketball, especially, is such a long season. I mean, we'll go into March. And so right now, we're still keeping it light. We're just playing a lot of games and shooting and focus on the conditioning aspect. We're not really hitting them hard with drills or concepts or plays or anything like that. So we're trying to keep it competitive and at the same time fun for them. I can remember when I was in high school, you kind of want some free time at the same time. So, we're trying our best to get them ready for the season, but at the same time, get ready for the long grind.
Well, and you spoke about both the long grind and of conditioning. Do you anything in particular that you really ask players to do to stay conditioned? Do they have a program that they work on sort of year round?
A lot of our guys, they're either, I can trust our guys in terms of staying in shape. They're either playing AAU or they're playing a spring sport. In the summer we get them. In the fall, we're conditioning again. A lot of them are in the weights class here at school during the day. So there's really no excuse for a player to come in out of shape, especially, we're, coming back here from fall break and limited contact period. We'll go 2 days that we're allowed with the basketball. Then we'll go 2 more days of conditioning only. So the basketball is not fun to play when you're not in shape. And there's a lot of things in basketball you can't control, but the one thing you can't control is your conditioning. So we want to make sure that we don't have any excuses when it comes to that.
Well, I want to segue from that, and you've talked about the multi-sport athletes and so forth. I know you've got some basketball guys out on the football field, but also importantly, you get to take your coach's hat off and just be a dad and an uncle when you're out at the football field. So, just your thoughts on what kind of fan you are and how it is to get to take that coach's hat off and sit and enjoy watching your son play some football.
That's it's a lot different. I think first of all, I'm a big fan of Silver Creek, so I want our team to win for sure in anything. As the coach, as the basketball coach with guys playing, very important players in the team playing. Oliver's going to be, the centerpiece, and Walker's going to be a big part, and Darius Gray, I think, is going to have a great year. So you always kind of have the rabbit's foot in your pocket, and you want to make sure they all stay healthy.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited that they're just out there competing. I'm a firm believer, if you're good at something and you enjoy it, you need to play it. Anybody that's being told that they need to focus on one sport, those people do not have, the people that are in their ear do not have their best interest in mind. Because high school is all about experiences, and you can learn, you can get better in one sport by being involved in another one. You can gain different experiences that will make you better. As a dad, I just enjoy watching. I enjoy watching Walker play. I'm just grateful he gets to play. I'm grateful that he's pretty good at it, and I try to just try to support him as much as I can. It's kind of cool watching him and Wyatt play in high school, and they've kind of grown up together since they were real little. So that's a pretty cool experience for me. It's different because I've been told, son, that I'm really hard on Walker when it comes to basketball. But when it comes to football, I'm just I can just gauge his effort. That's about it. I don't claim to know much more about football than what I played on Madden and video games when I was younger.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's kind of fun it's a lot different, and anybody will tell you it's a lot different when you're not in the head seat, because whether football wins or loses, I'm still going to sleep well at night. The sport I'm coaching, I'm probably not going to sleep very well at night if we win or lose. So that's different. But I'm just blessed to be where I'm at and have the family that I've got where we get to enjoy these experiences.
All right. Well, that's great. We're hoping for a great second half here between North Harrison and Silver Creek. And I thank you so much for your time and spending this time with me today. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks for having me on.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life. Your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
GLICOD on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/GLICOD.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football from GLICOD.
35-0 is our score on the scoreboard. Are you looking to improve your career? Globe in New Albany is seeking pipe fitters, welders, and laborers starting at $16 an hour plus benefits. Call 812-596-WELD. That's 812-596-WELD, or visit globefabhiring.com. globefabhiring.com. Well, the Silver Creek Dragons will be kicking the ball away, so North Harrison will have the chance to tack on some more points here as we start the second half.
Silver Creek actually won the toss to begin the game, and they chose to receive, which, you know, most teams choose defense.
As Silver Creek showed an onside kick, but then boot the ball away. And that comes down into Schneider's hands. And he reversed his field there a little bit. And a flag comes in. Actually, multiple flags come in. And we got a player down for North Harrison.
Flag on the play.
So again, Riley Schneider on the return. And actually this will give us an opportunity to catch our last halftime break that we didn't catch before. So let's do that. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more on GLICOD.
Cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever. The Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department. You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football from GLICOD.
as we returned to the field on this beautiful night, unfortunately, we still have a player from North Harrison down, and yet to be identified, as too many bodies in between him and us to be able to know for sure.
Yeah, we have flags on the play,
but
too,
flags on the play as well,
whatever
yes.
that is.
So they are going about picking those up. It appears that will be against North Harrison. The report is that it's Owen Whitaker, number 4. He was a young man who scored the fourth of the touchdowns for North Harrison. Well, as players being moved into the ambulance for EMS, let's go ahead and step away. We're going to take another quick break, and we'll return with just underway here in the third quarter on GLICOD.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
So as we await the EMS to take, we believe, Owen Whitaker off the field for North Harrison. Again, he scored the fourth of the 5 touchdowns, 33-yard touchdown scamper. And I guess I could ask Coach what were his totals on the evening.
Well, he only carried the ball 3 times, all in the second quarter. I think we were giving Wetzel a little rest then.
Yeah.
3 carries, 31 yards. Actually, he lost 2 on one of his carries and no gain on the other. So his big play was the 33-yard touchdown.
And we should mention that of our storylines on the evening, one was the opportunity for North Harrison to even this series up. They were trailing 6-5 in wins since 2011, and so they've got obviously a 35-0 lead and a very good chance to improve and make it 6-6. And then also was Sawyer Wetzel. He only needed 9 yards or so for his 1,000 yards on the season, and needed 52, if I'm not mistaken, for 2,000 on his career, and he eclipsed both of those. Not even a couple, 5-6 minutes gone in the first quarter, and he'd already eclipsed both of those. So, well, I'll tell you what. We will have a running clock in this ball game, so let's go ahead and maybe jump and grab one of our fourth quarter breaks there, Jeff, and we will do that. And when we return, hopefully we will be able to get back underway in football. Wish our best wishes for
thoughts and prayers for Owen Whitaker.
Absolutely, hope he is doing okay. He was awake. It was just appeared to be lower extremity, but still hate to see anybody leaving an ambulance for certain. Well, let's step away, and when we come back, we're hoping that we'll be able to get back to football here on GLICOD.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug-Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Well, unfortunately, as we return here on GLICOD, we still have a player down. They believed to be Owen Whitaker of the North Harrison Cougars, and both teams kneeling down, and Coach Mark Williamson looking on there as the EMS prepares to to put the player on the gurney. And
this is the kind of game you don't want to see, and certainly you don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Absolutely.
He is being carted off now. They've lifted him onto the buggy. But, we go back to what Coach Poppenhouse said about the game in your interview. They have had so many players get hurt and so many replacements out there. That they're learning a valuable lesson tonight, of course. But I'll tell you what, this North Harrison team, they are strong. By strong, I mean big. And, that offensive line that Coach talked about, they're for real.
Yeah.
They truly are.
Well, they're couple of losses, 2 losses on the season came back-to-back weeks, September 9th and 16th. First to Charlestown. We've seen Charlestown. I've seen both the teams play that they lost to, Charlestown and Brownstown Central. And Charlestown, pretty good. And they really have everything you need to do well come playoff time. And then Brownstown Central plays that spin offense as
They're not as
Whitaker
good as they have been in years
right,
past.
Brownstown Central,
As
right.
a matter of fact, Charlestown went to Brownstown and beat them this year. So
yes, they did. I was there for that ball game, and we have that up. You can go back and check that out on GLICOD. But still, that spin offense, that can give anybody trouble.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Absolutely.
The execution is, here again, if you don't have the seniors, if you don't have the studs, you're not going to be as good. But Brownstown has been so good for so many years, just kind of ruling the Mid-Southern Conference in football.
So now we have just a couple more minutes here as ambulance is closing up, and will hopefully be on the way. Obviously, we don't have the type of reporting or ability to get your word, folks, but I'm very prayerful that Mr. Whitaker will be okay, and that was more precautionary than anything. But looked like possibly a parent getting in the ambulance with, and so the penalty went against North Harrison, so it appears as though it will be first and
15-yarder?
15, yeah, looks like it. No, let's see. Maybe they're
not even set up the marker.
Yeah, I don't think so. We'll see where we're at. It'll be first and 10, but it will be from wherever they've decided here. It's going to be back pretty far though. Looks like back around the 20-yard line maybe. Mm-hmm. That's the way the players are headed, but we'll just have to wait and see. As the ambulance is preparing to leave.
I'm glad we've got the video. That way, since we don't have a whole lot to talk about right now, at least you can see what's going on.
You can see what's going, yeah.
I wish you could point the camera up at that moon up there. That's an absolute
Christian
beautiful.
Can do that for us. Yeah. Ask and you shall receive.
Look at that moon in the sky.
It's a lovely night, not a cloud in the sky anywhere, and a beautiful crescent moon here. And thank you, Christian. Christian, right on that.
There you go.
Ask, Coach, and you shall receive.
Just add a little spice to this life. Clock is going to be running. I remember the referee just before Whitaker got hurt. The referee was winding that arm up saying, keep that clock running. And that is regardless of scoring from this point on, as I understand it, the clock will continue to run throughout the rest of the ball game.
It will. It will stop on, unless I'm mistaken, it stops on touchdowns and extra points. And I think I'm right on that. And obviously, if there is a called timeout, it will stop. All right, as the New Chapel EMS ambulance leaves, a nice hand and round of applause. Always good to have those folks handy and nearby in case of such an emergency. Just hate to have them used. So 1st and 10 for David Langdon and company. Be interesting to see too if we see what kind of backups we may or may not see. Langdon from the shotgun looks to run on the keeper and runs left side and falls forward. And it's going to be close to the first down. Yeah, it is the first down.
Announcer said he got 11 yards, so
and
that's not a first down, though. That's the penalty yards, right?
Yep, so second penalty. The first penalty of the game came on that opening kickoff return, and the second penalty of the game for North Harrison came on that first play from scrimmage. So North Harrison, unfortunately, moving the wrong direction. So that a 5-yarder on the holding, and it's going to be first down again, but 1st and 16 from the 14-yard line.
So how does Langdon? He had a gain of 10, so that wipes that out.
That wipes that out, sure does. But Wetzel,
there goes Wetzel.
He has a gain now of 10 and maybe a couple more. He's going to be near the line to gain. It's going to make it second and about 2 or 3. See where the spot is.
On the 28?
Yep.
14-yard gain.
Nice run there from Sawyer Wetzel, who, as we said, came in just needing 9 yards for 1,000 and well over that on the evening. About 1,200 now.
There's a gang tackle by the Creekers.
Nice gang tackle there. Short gain, though. And they're going to say first down. They going to say first down?
Who was the ball carrier on that? That's what I don't know.
I think it was Wetzel again, I believe.
Was it?
It was either Wetzel or Langdon. Nope. I'm sorry, Jeff. King. I'm sorry, Peyton King.
I didn't
fullback,
think it was Wetzel.
17.
Yeah, right.
Thanks, Jeff. Jeff Cooper, our on-site producer. Langdon pulls it out of the belly of the running back and carries it forward. It's going to be near the first down marker.
9 yards on the carry.
So 9 yards on the carry. As North Harrison already has a first down on this set of on this set of plays. Again, the clock moves, but as much as anything, because North Harrison just keeping the ball on the ground. And Wetzel makes a man miss. Flag comes in from the defensive backfield. Wetzel going, pay dirt, but let's see if this one's not going to come back. Flag on the play, and it sure is. Holding, and that one's coming back.
That would have been a 62-yard.
It would have been a 62-yard touchdown run, but instead it's minus 5 against the whole team. Third penalty of the ball game.
Repeat second down.
So repeat second down, 10-yard mark off. And it's going to bring the ball back inside the 30-yard line to the 28. So 2nd and 13 is the call here. King the up back, and Wetzel the deep back. Hand off Wetzel again. And this time ridden to the ground for no gain or maybe a short gain. Looks like possibly a yard or 2. Yeah, it's going to be 2 yards, I think.
Wetzel on the carry.
Gets the tip of the ball right out to that 30-yard line. Brings up third down and about 11.
Third down and 10. North Harrison's 30.
Kellums wide to the near side. Couple wide receivers to the right. Langdon rolls to this left side, throws it up for Kellums, who makes the catch, but out of bounds. No, yes, called good at the 50-yard line. And the striped shirt was looking right down the line, so that was a big first down catch.
Who caught that?
Kellums, number
did.
2,
Okay.
Caleb Kellums. So big pitch and catch there from Langdon to Kellums. And that moves the chains. Is that just the second first down, or is that the third? I think it was just the second because all the penalties. Handoff, Wetzel starts right, comes back left, stretches out, and manages about 5 yards there. 2nd and 5. Berkeley on the stop. As the clock again continues to run no matter what, with the 35-0 lead here. As come up 2nd and 5. Handoff, Wetzel again, tries to bounce it outside, but he's ridden down. And that was Brett Wilson on the tackle. Wilson got his paws wrapped around the midsection there of Wetzel and wouldn't let him go. So 3rd down and 4, ball on the 43-yard line. One wide out near side, 2 to the far. I formation backfield, handoff to King, the up back. And he's going to be near the first down. It is a first down. So Peyton King needed 4, got about 5. So another North Harrison first down.
Just using the clock.
Absolutely.
The play clock has been winding down, so give credit to North Harrison. They're not going to try to run this score up. So.
Nope. They've got the running clock, and they're just keeping it. Well, I was going to say keeping it on the ground. We've had one really nice pass play, but just trying to see what's in the playbook. We've got I'm going to guess a hold again. Flag comes in. That was Wetzel again on the carry. But it looks like it's coming back. All the body language says so. So hold, and back we go. Another 10 yards.
Replay the down.
So it'll be first down again, this time from the 47-yard line. So North Harrison in Silver Creek territory. Langdon took the time to go to the sideline and get the play. Langdon, just a sophomore quarterback. So North Harrison certainly has something to look forward to here the next couple of years.
Big kid, though, 6'2", 175.
He sure is. That was King on the dive play. Ended up pulling Elijah Bandy an extra yard or 2 there at the end of the play. So going to bring up 2nd and about 16. Line to gain way down inside the 30-yard line. As okay, here we go. We had a little clock issue there, I suppose. I'm not sure what was going. As Langdon rolls to his left and couldn't find Peyton King.
Wide open.
Langdon's pass intended for Peyton King falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. Third down and 16.
So 3rd and 16. And this is one of those situations where you expect they're just going to keep the ball on the ground, get what they can get, and maybe work on some punting.
They haven't punted yet. So.
No, they sure haven't. Langdon back with it, throws it down the far sideline, caught. That was caught. Riley Schneider with the first down. So Schneider with that catch on that far sideline. Nice play there. But the third quarter, let's see if we can. Looks like the North Harrison will have to run one more play here in the third quarter.
22.
And on the sweep, Kellums with it, gets around Darius Gray, and finally ridden down. And that's going to be inside the 15-yard line, so pickup of about 6. But the clock will wind down. No score here in the third quarter. And our score in the ball game, North Harrison 35 and the Silver Creek Dragons nothing. Come on back. Fourth quarter upcoming for you here on GLICOD.
Makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Second down play forthcoming, and tripping and falling down on that play was Sawyer Wetzel, but I think that's enough for the first down. And the fifth of the drive, and makes it first and goal from about the 9-yard line. Silver Creek has not possessed the ball so far in the second half. North Harrison took the opening kickoff and has maintained possession since. Hand off again to the up back. Peyton King spinning forward inside the 5. Should tell you who we are as we come out of that commercial break at the quarter. And I'm Dr. Todd Carter. Alongside me is Coach Paul Love. Jeff Cooper's running our computer here locally. Steve Bird sending us our scores. And Christian Sanchez up top working the camera on this beautiful fall night. So we've got 2nd and 5. 2nd and goal from the 5, I should say. Peyton King, the up back. Wetzel, the tailback. Handoff, Wetzel. And he dances into the end zone, finds pay dirt. Once again, Sawyer Wetzel with his 4th rushing touchdown of the evening. This one coming in the 4th quarter. So 5-yard Sawyer Wetzel touchdown. About 10:15 on the clock there.
Oh,
I forgot
he missed one.
He does. Wayne Scott misses the extra point, and that makes it 41-0. Again, our halftime score was 35-0. Same for the end of the third quarter. Let's step away, catch a quick break. We'll be back for more here on GLICOD.
Tailgate or tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, they might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
This portion of tonight's game on GLICOD is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. Apply today for a rewarding career in metal manufacturing. For more, visit WMKelly.com.
41-0, our score here at Silver Creek High School. Silver Creek about to have their first possession of the second half. Bryce Henderson on the near hash, and Wyatt Hoffman on the far. As Wayne Scott, after missing that extra point, kicks it and up back, and I think possibly North Harrison fell on it. We'll see. Got to unsort it. I know I saw a blue jersey grab it, but then I thought I saw the ball pop back out. On that short kick, if the Dragons do have it, they will have a shorter field, but the celebration on the far sideline says North Harrison comes up with it, and so Silver Creek still has not possessed the ball here in this second half.
Kickoff was an onside kick recovered by North Harrison. They will take over. First and 10, Silver Creek's 46-yard line.
Call that a fumble, huh?
So, the second possession for the Cougars here in the second half. So I think that's still Wetzel in there. I think with Whitaker, unfortunately, having to leave on a wow, that was a big stop there, though. So
1 yard.
Wetzel met by Mosley there in the backfield, still fell forward for a yard. Makes it 2nd and 9. Nice tackle there by Mosley, though. Again, Owen Whitaker, one of the backup tailbacks, left the field, unfortunately, in an ambulance. So Wetzel has remained in the game here.
He's killing his average, though.
Certainly getting his carries in.
He is,
that one, again, Wetzel on that carry. That one really a fall for the last 3 or 4 yards, but he managed to
pick up 5.
Pick up 5, yep, sure did. Down to the 40-yard line of Silver Creek. So 3rd and 4. As this has been all North Harrison all night. And very much, ball on the ground, and I believe this time Silver Creek comes up with it. Mosley comes out of there, but that turnover on the fumble, and Mosley recovers. The fumble was, I believe, Langdon. Just couldn't handle, I don't think he could quite handle that snap right from the get-go. So now Silver Creek gets to possess the ball here in the second half.
On offense. That's one pass interception and one fumble that North Harrison has lost. Silver Creek lost a fumble as well and had a pass interception as well, both of them.
So Oliver, handoff. Oh, and met in the backfield there. That was Jamari Powell, sophomore. Loss of a couple. Brings up 2nd and 12. As the clock continues to tick in a running clock situation here, folks, with that final score of the first half. Oliver looks to throw, has a man. That's Gray. Pretty much his most consistent receiver. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Henderson came in with 20 carries, 13 catches. So, yeah, 15 catches for Gray. And we've got a flag on the field lying at about the 45-yard line. It's going to bring Silver Creek back, it sure looks like, by the body language. Nope. Personal foul against North Harrison. So, 50 yards from the Silver Creek 45 puts the ball all the way down to the North Harrison 40. As North Harrison had 0 penalties in the first half, they have chalked up 4. Now, Coach Williamson will have he may have something to say about that tomorrow or Sunday whenever they do their film session. Powell, nice run there. About 8 yards, right up the middle between those tackles. Coming up on the 4-minute mark, though. Left in this ball game. The second half, of course, moving along quickly. North Harrison possessed the ball for well over half of the half. All of the third quarter and about half of the fourth. Oliver looks to throw, left side. Henderson just didn't turn around quite in time. Threw it right down at his feet. I think had he turned his head a little sooner, he might have been able to go down and get that. So makes it 3rd and 3. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Make sure and stay tuned for our German American Bank post-game numbers. Powell with it. And gain of a couple. Going to bring up 4th down and 1. Silver Creek, of course, going to hold on to it here. Powell checks out. Berkeley checks in. He had actually been with the trainer. Berkeley had been. And we have a timeout on the field. Well, we've got a chance then to catch one of our timeout breaks. 2:16 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 41-0. Been all North Harrison here tonight on GLICOD. Come on.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As we are back to live action, Oliver under center, handoff, Berkeley tries to bounce it outside, does, and met by Kellums, and I think Wetzel came up in on that as well. But a first down for Silver Creek. Their first down of the, second of the second half. Is first came by way of penalty. But under 2 minutes to go, as folks, we're going to be wrapping this one up early tonight. All North Harrison, and running clock for the entire second half. We'll have throw and caught right across midfield. And I didn't see who that was. The fans not exactly liking the power slam there. And that was Ben Robertson. Ben Robertson, sophomore wide receiver on that catch.
Second and 2.
Under a minute to go. Oliver flushed from the pocket and carries forward, tackled. Looks like about a half-yard loss there as the down marker moved back slightly. Going to bring up 3rd down and 1. That is if Silver Creek can get another play away. As the clock is running down, looks like they're going to try to run one more. Caden Oliver in the shotgun. Powell back there with him. He rolls left and throws, and not intercepted, but out of bounds, and that is going to do it. The final horn comes at that point, and our final score from here at Silver Creek High School, the North Harrison Cougars 41 and the home Dragons nothing. Come on back. We will have the numbers for you, talk about the schedule next week, and most outstanding players, one for both teams, on the postgame show here on GLICOD.
Second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket, so I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
Hi, I'm Isaiah.
And I'm Grant.
I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
GLICOD on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/GLICOD.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Visit them at 1510 Production Road in Jeffersonville to find the widest selection of batteries for any vehicle. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952.
41-0, our final score here as North Harrison rolls over Silver Creek. And it was all North Harrison all the time in tonight's ball game. So the North Harrison Cougars started it off in the first quarter, 6:05 remaining in the first. Sawyer Wetzel with his first of 4 touchdowns on the night, 49-yard touchdown scamper, and Wayne Scott knocks through the extra point, making it 7-0. 4:32 remaining, second rushing touchdown for Wetzel. This one from 23 yards out and made extra point, made it 14-0. With 1:27 left in the first, North Harrison strikes again. Sawyer Wetzel this time with an 81-yard touchdown scamper, untouched. Wayne Scott knocking through the extra point, making it 21-0. Then in the second quarter with 11:30 remaining, Owen Whitaker with a 33-yard touchdown rush, making it 28-0 after the extra point was good. 33.8 ticks left on the clock. Peyton King with the 1-yard fullback dive play, making it 35-0 and setting up our running clock in the second half. North Harrison possessed the ball the entirety of the third quarter, and the only really dark moment of the night was when Owen Whitaker, who scored that fourth North Harrison touchdown, went down on the opening kickoff and ended up having to leave via the ambulance. And so our best wishes and prayers to Owen Whitaker, and hope that he's okay. But with 10:15 left in the fourth quarter in the ball game, Sawyer Wetzel scored again from 5 yards out, making it, and unfortunately Wayne Scott's extra point missed, so that made it 41-0, and that was our final score. Let's jump away, and when we return, we'll turn it over to Coach and have him go through the German American Bank final look at the final numbers. So let's step away. When we come back, those final numbers for you here on GLICOD.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe. This is the...
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Our look at the final stats, look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. And for those, we're going to turn it over to Coach Paul Love. Coach?
Statistically, Silver Creek, not a very good game. We know that. I have them 27 carries on the ground for just 42 yards, and all of those came from Charles Berkeley. As it turns out, he had 21 carries himself and 42 yards. The other yards canceled out. So passing-wise, I have the quarterback Oliver throwing the ball 16 times and completing 7, but only 38 yards. So for the game, I have them 43 plays from the line of scrimmage and a total of 80 yards of offense. They also had 4 penalties for 30 yards. North Harrison, gosh, you just got to go directly to Sawyer Wetzel. 18 carries. Second half, of course, wasn't anything close to the first half. He only had a total of 241 yards. He only got 36 yards in that second half. He did have 4 touchdowns in the game, of course. Langdon, the quarterback, 6 carries, 54 yards. Other noteworthy, Peyton King had 8 carries and 41 yards. I had them 36 carries on the ground, 373 yards. 3 of 8 passing, 48 yards. Those were caught by Caleb Kellens, had a couple, and Riley Schneider had 1. So add up all the yards on offense, 421 yards on 44 plays from the line of scrimmage. And 45 yards in penalties, all in, like Todd said, all in the second half, 5 times 45 yards in penalties.
Yeah. Well, it's a very lopsided game here, and Sawyer Wetzel was as advertised, I have to say, Coach. Came in looking forward to see him run, and we got to see a whole lot of that in the first half. Yeah. Again, a look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Well, let's hop away one last time. When we come back, we will get you the most outstanding players, one from each team. So stay tuned for that here on GLICOD.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
When you first find out that you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, you feel like someone sucked the air out of you. I'm a mother and I have a granddaughter, and my first thought was, I need to know what is going on with my health. Priority Radiology made me feel better about the process. First person I saw was smiling. They were very compassionate, from the front desk to the technicians to the doctors. Leaving Priority Radiology left me with hope, knowing that early detection saved my life.
What are the ABCs of safe sleep for babies? That they lay alone, on their back, and in a crib. These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is 1 billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Let's take a look at next week's schedule, if we will, on GLICOD. We've got a couple of video presentations for you. Our Southern Indiana game next week will be the Corton Central Panthers at the Providence Pioneers at 7 p.m. Paul Najar and Jim Kazmarek will have the call on that one for you. 7 p.m. Corton Central at Providence. Also at 7, an audio broadcast for you with Joe Cox and Mike Shelton, the Southern Trojans at the Male Bulldogs. At 7:30, Collins Titans at the East Jessamine Jaguars. That one with Chris Labar and Keith Elkins. Also at 7:30, an audio broadcast with the Butler Bears at the PRP Panthers. Tim Rose and Gary Satori on the call of that one. So again, our Southern Indiana game next week, 7 o'clock, will be from Providence. Corton Central at the Providence Pioneers with Paul Najar and Jim Kazmarek. All right, it is time for tonight's Most Outstanding Players. Tonight's Most Outstanding Players presented by Mack Construction in New Albany. Experience, reputation, solutions. For those, we are going to turn it over to Coach Paul Love.
Thanks, Todd. Silver Creek, obviously not much to shout about tonight, but you have to give credit to Charles Berkeley, the workhorse for the Dragons this evening. I had him carrying the ball 21 times out of 27, gaining all the yards practically throughout the game. Of course, now keep in mind that second half was rain clock, so there weren't a whole lot of plays for Silver Creek during that time. Likewise, congratulations to who else? Sawyer Wetzel, the 6'1", 210-pound senior who broke all the records that Todd talked about earlier, for sure, the season records and his career records. But tonight, in the first half alone, 10 carries, 205 yards, only carried the ball 8 more times in the second half, or 36 more yards, so 241 yards on the ground and 4 touchdowns for Sawyer Wetzel, senior at North Harrison Cougars.
All right, so our most outstanding players presented by Mack Construction in New Albany, experience, reputations, solutions. Well, Coach, you know, normally we try to put a nice nifty bow on something like this, but this one, unfortunately, the Cougars really, they kind of put a bow on it right from the get-go, as they scored those 3 first quarter touchdowns and pretty much put this out of reach very quickly.
As did Sawyer Wetzel. I think he scored 3 touchdowns. I don't think he got touched on any of those. Hey, listen, I got to go a shout-out to Owen Whitaker, too. We're, again, thoughts and prayers for him. Had to go out of here in an EMS unit. Not sure what the injury was, but certainly our hearts and prayers are with him.
Yeah, we hope he is okay. Also want to take this opportunity to our best wishes to all the folks in Florida, and prayers too for all those folks who are dealing with the devastation from the hurricane. And also want to give a big shout out to executive producer Steve Bird, who does that from Florida for us and has managed to find some power to be able to help us out tonight. Well, let's wrap things up. Our on-site producer tonight was Jeff Cooper. Our cameraman was Christian Sanchez. And so for Coach Paul Love, I am Dr. Todd Carter from Silver Creek High School. You've been watching Southern Indiana High School football on GLICOD. Good night, everybody.
From GLICOD, this has been Southern Indiana High School football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. German American Bank, strengthening our community since 1910. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Big O Tires, State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb, and Northside Security.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, GLICOD.com, Facebook and Twitter @GLICOD. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from GLICOD.